Hello and welcome, folks, friends. My name is Michael Yates. This is the Ridgeview Pod live version. As your usual host of this, it is my great honor to introduce a co-host today, Nathan Zeiger. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you, Michael. Good morning, everybody.
We are so glad that you've taken time to join us. This is Ridgeview's first effort in introducing a live opportunity for the community, and we thought no better way to conclude Mental Health Awareness Month than by offering the public and the areas that we serve an opportunity to engage with us through Q&A and ask some questions. Join us in the celebration. So we're glad you've chosen time to spend part of your lunch with us. As always, we do with every Ridgeview pod, the intent of this is to talk all things hope, healing, and recovery, like what's right behind our shoulders there. So that'll be the centerpiece of part of our conversation today. Couple news and notes for you. If you would like to submit a question, tell us what's on your mind, please use that Q&A, and it may take a few seconds for it to populate for us to see, but we would love to spend most of the time addressing your questions related to mental health. So what do you think, Nathan? It's a pretty fitting way to conclude Mental Health Awareness Month by talking about all the good things going on.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's great that we can, join together and talk about mental health. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and that can be about anything. So we're here to be helpful to you.
I guess it's always an opportunity to pitch the please subscribe now.
Yeah,
if
please
you
subscribe
haven't
now.
already.
Right.
That'll help us out, and you'll then be notified of future broadcasts as they are published. We just had, in fact, our 100th episode published at the end of last week.
Okay.
100 episodes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was neat to have Brandon Knight, who was part of the inaugural launch, come back and join us.
And those are watched heavily. That's some great stuff.
Well, as we wait for folks to submit a question or two, let's jump into just a couple things about why we chose this month and this vehicle of YouTube Live. Why do this? And part of it is in line with our mission, which is increasing communication not only internally with our staff, but with the people that we serve and the public in general. And this is one of many vehicles to connect with people out in the community.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what our attempt is here, to get folks to join us and be able to communicate online, questions that they have or needs they might have. Around mental health services, around substance abuse services. How can we be helpful to you?
Yeah, the other thing that I think is there's so many different ways and opportunities to continue the hard work around destigmatizing mental health care. And I think we've come a long way, generally speaking, culturally, but we still have a long way to go. And I think if we keep at it, this is, again, just another way to help everyone realize optimizing good mental health is everyone's responsibility. So that's one of the reasons we're doing this.
And it's something that we all deal with, right? I mean, it's something that we all are touched by in some way, shape, or form. Family members, folks, friends.
Yeah.
Everybody at some point is connected to bettering mental health and making it something that we feel comfortable talking about. It's a good thing to be able to talk about it.
No, you're right. It makes me think of our CIT training. One of the things I always like to share with the officers at the end of the training. CIT is crisis intervention training for folks that may not be aware. It's something that we do with law enforcement. But, just a couple of things occur in my life today, tomorrow, and I could very easily be in the throes of a mental health crisis. And so to your point, good mental health care is all of our responsibility, and we are all subject to having a crisis at some point. And you want to make sure people out there have an understanding of how to help you, how to get you connected to help, what help can look like. And so that's why we continue to talk about this.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point. And we often talk with our new hires, our new staff about, hey, how it's not just folks that are in a crisis. It's normal everyday folks that come in, and that might be the day that they are seeking help, right? They may have been thinking about getting help or thinking about their depression or anxiety, but not getting enough courage to come in. And when they do, that's the opportunity to seize that moment. And sometimes it's just an ability to give kindness during that moment, ability to listen, and ability to engage that, inevitably for that person makes a world of difference in how comfortable they feel. And that can just be, conversing with someone and allowing them to share without judgment, without.
We talk a lot about judgment-free zone.
Right, judgment-free zone.
Yeah, very important in schools, in community, at a place like Ridgeview.
Right,
so.
right.
Well, we were talking about, getting connected to help when you need it. And National Mental Health Awareness Month is a great opportunity to make sure that people know, well, if I do need help, how do I access it?
Yeah.
Where do I go? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. At Ridgeview, I think the first and foremost is we've created a lot of avenues of accessibility, and our primary avenue of accessibility is our front door, our intake clinics. If someone needs help, you've been experiencing some mental health issues, you've been experiencing some depression, some anxiety, you don't have to make an appointment to get help. You can walk into any of our outpatient clinics 8 o'clock in the morning. You can come in and you can say, hey, I'd like to see somebody, and we will help you. We will arrange for you to have an intake that day at that time that you come in, and we'll be able to get you connected to care. And that's every single outpatient clinic we currently have. We have our clinic here in Anderson County. We have a clinic in La Follette in Campbell County, a clinic in Oneida in Scott County, in Jamestown in Fentress, Wartburg in Morgan, and in Rowan County in Harriman. So anywhere that Ridgeview has offices, you can come in and connect to care, or our mobile health clinic, which also is in all those counties and including Union. So hey, don't be afraid to come in and ask to talk to somebody. Do it. Make it today. We're here to help you.
Yeah, and I love that, is the canvassing of all the different ways in which you can connect. Folks, if you go to our website, there too, there's a locations tab that will, through your mobile device, it can quickly and easily connect you to how to get there. If in doubt, give us a call. Give us a call, ask for clarity about the walk-in clinic opportunities, or use the chat opportunity on the website. That is usually available 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's another quick, easy way to connect. So yeah, when in doubt, connect to us. Call us, chat us, go to our website to see how to act on the help that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So if maybe my needs are even more acute or crisis related, what would I do then?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked, and this is something that we're really trying to build some momentum around within our communities. I think that for as long as certainly I can remember, and really the standard bearer for what to do if you're in crisis has always been to go to the emergency room. And I think folks have learned that that's the place they can go at any time to seek help, whether that's for a medical concern or a psychiatric concern.
Top of mind.
Top
ED,
of mind.
ED.
We're trying to. The problem with that, as we all know, is look. I mean, if your family member, yourself, or a loved one needs psychiatric care now, you don't want to go to an emergency room. You don't want to have to sit there up to 24 hours and in an environment that's not is sterile, is not conducive to engagement. There's many people in an emergency room dealing with a lot of different issues. The attention that's paid to you is potentially not high, right? You get the point. And what we're trying to do is skip that step. We're trying to say, hey, look, if you or a family member are struggling, walk in to our walk-in center, and we can give you a full assessment, talk to you about how you're doing. We can do a medical clearance with you. If you're appropriate for inpatient hospitalization, we can then walk you upstairs to our inpatient unit, and you can be admitted directly. And you don't have to go to the emergency room to do that. So we're really trying to build the communication, as Michael said, top of mind awareness, right? So that folks just can have easier access when there is a crisis that's happening with them. And recently, we've extended that. We've said, hey, it's not just our walk-in center here in Anderson County at the main center, that at all those clinics that I mentioned. Look, if you live in Campbell County and you're struggling with a mental health crisis, you don't have to go to Tenova and their ED. You can come to our outpatient clinic. You can talk to us, connect with our folks in the walk-in center via televideo, and we can do those same functions. We can even get you here if we need to for transport. So, hey, that's available to you now. And we're just trying to spread the message on that. We really think this is a game changer. We think it's something that is going to make a difference, especially when people are dealing with a crisis.
Yeah.
So
I love the parallel to the physical aspect. Our family, we recently had a situation over a weekend where we needed to seek urgent care. And 10 years ago we would have been thinking emergency room, but now the presence of urgent care locations has become so commonplace and well known that with a couple of quick clicks and searches, you can identify, oh, there's an urgent care clinic here close to me, that's where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Now, if we had that same sort of mindset with respect to urgent care for mental health needs, well, Ridgeview is a perfect place for you to get access rather than going to the emergency department.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. And my analogy would be that I've, unfortunately had a couple broken bones in my life, and I had a broken arm, went to the emergency room. I sat there for 2.5 hours. I think about that often because 2.5 hours for a broken arm is one thing, but if you're really struggling with a mental health crisis, that could feel like eternity. And in that 2.5 hours, my friends, you could be admitted if you just come to our walk-in center. We'll have you in a place where folks are receptive to the environment that you want, that a caring environment, are engaged with you in less than that 2 hours, rather than sitting in an emergency room. So I it's a no-brainer, and we can make it happen now. So again, don't hesitate to reach out, spread the word. Spread the word.
And speaking of spreading the word, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure that you follow
Subscribe.
us. Tell your friends to subscribe.
Meredith needs to subscribe. She's on chatting with us. You need to subscribe, Meredith.
So in addition to these really neat ways of trying to hasten access to care, there are a couple of other cool things happening at Ridgeview. One of those happens to be our Rural Fatherhood Program, which is funded by the Department of Human Services, which is, how cool is that? So many of the programs have been specific to meeting a certain demographic. And I have to admit, very rarely have I seen programs focused on the unique needs of promoting fatherhood and giving dads who want to be better dads the tools, the training, the skills, the peer support that they may need to just be better dads.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a dad, right?
Yeah.
I'm a dad.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, how many times in your life have you said, boy, I wish I could have had some advice on that one, or who can I lean on for some advice, right?
They don't give you that handbook.
No, they don't give you that. And oftentimes, I mean, I'm not speaking for Michael, but when fathers are trying to be better dads, they usually, if they need to, seek advice from their dads. So it's but it's not always easy. I mean, let's be frank, right? It's men are like, oh no, I can handle it, and I got it covered, and I don't need someone's advice. I don't need
Too tough for help.
Too tough for help. Yeah. So it's really, this rural fatherhood program is really, really cool. I mean, it's trying to break down some of those, we talked about barriers, we're trying to break down some of those barriers, just to have other dads who participate, where there's some comfort in talking about things that are going on. And I think it's, it's starting small, but this is gonna do great things, because just having a comfortable place where fathers can talk to one another about some of the things they're dealing with, there are some significant benefits to that. So we have that programs in several counties as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. And in our service area that Nathan already mentioned, it is there. In addition, just a little teaser for the week of Father's Day, leading up to Father's Day, there'll be some shorts about the fatherhood program that will appear on our Facebook page with one of the fatherhood coaches. So please, if you have not subscribed to our Facebook page, do that, and you'll be alerted as those appear.
And I think Jonathan Hash, if you some of you know Jonathan, if you need to reach out, he's someone you can reach out to. I don't know if we can put Jonathan's information in the chat, but yeah,
we can.
He's our go-to for all things rural fatherhood program. But yeah.
And as I am doing that, also know, after we conclude this stream, it will be available to rewatch, and in the program description down below will add his contact information as well.
Michael's typing it in as we speak, so that should be up for you shortly. I think you wanted, another thing you wanted to talk about is the community health needs assessment that we
Yes.
recently did.
Yes. So, as many of you know, hospitals like Ridgeview, Methodist Medical Center, which is a partner of ours, and the Anderson Health Department, we all conducted a triannual health assessment, which really captures our entire service area. We focused on Anderson because it's just emblematic of many of the other needs of the counties that we serve. And that was just concluded. Great deal of thanks to our partner agencies that were part of the steering committee. And not only did we have a steering committee, we had 2 focus groups, a community health needs assessment, a data team that reviewed data. All that together resulted in those results, which will be published at the end of June. So, and it will be posted on our website. We'll probably do a podcast specific to it once it has been approved by the board of directors. But it's a huge indicator, I think, of what the needs are of the community. And it won't be a surprise that mental health and substance use continue to, as they have since 2013, remain very important health needs of the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's a powerful group, powerful function. What were some, I'm curious, I mean, what were some of the other top items that were listed on
Lack of affordable housing was very high.
Yeah.
And as it was 3 years ago. And we all know the connection between the primacy of a roof over your head and just feeling good, physically and mentally, with the connection between those two.
We see that a lot. You know, the housing has become more and more of an issue. It's something that we can be helpful with for folks too, though. If you're struggling with housing, our care coordinators do a fantastic job of just trying to find the best fits for people. So, yeah, it's not surprising that that's on the list.
Yes, things like obesity were also high, and again, you think of the comorbidity and the complications that go with that. How important activity and health play, physical health play into optimizing good mental health. So a lot of overlap with these, but look for that again to be published at the end of the month, both on our website, and we'll probably do a separate podcast. Another cool thing I think happening at Ridgeview is we've got a media partner that we're collaborating with.
Thanks to, I mean, that's the kudos to you. Amy Olson, our live TV specialist. She's like the.
Thanks for the makeup that takes out the crow's feet.
It's amazing how you look 20 years younger.
It's been a lot of fun, and just this month, May, we actually had WATE come out to one of the schools that we serve, Norwood Elementary, where we have wellness spaces, and they got to meet our school-based behavioral health liaisons.
I heard that was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was well received.
The principal there was also part of the show. She did a great job and is a member of a Ridgeview staff person, so it's neat to see some of those overlaps take place.
It's also cool how the topic of mental health in schools is not such a foreign subject anymore, and it's not, again, as we talk about reducing stigma and mental health awareness, like, hey, you're doing a live broadcast in a school I mean, you and I, 9 years ago, Ridgeview was in like one school,
Right.
and now we're doing live broadcasts. That's a really cool thing
Yeah.
in terms of just awareness, right?
Yeah, and why, again, back to this opportunity of doing this broadcast was to celebrate a lot of the great things that have taken place during Mental Health Awareness Month. It doesn't mean we still don't have a long way to go, but this month is a fitting time to lift up and celebrate the new things that are going on and the exciting changes in promoting optimal mental health. I think, Nathan, as much as I would like to say that we are going to have a bunch of questions come in, it does not deter us.
It does not.
We're going to continue on.
We will, moving forward. We're going to keep the word strong and keep trying to get people to participate. This is our first one that we've done live on YouTube, but we're going to keep getting the message out there and keep seeking participants, and hopefully you'll join us one of these next live events.
Yeah.
What do we got coming up in terms of that?
Well, I was just going to piggyback on that to say, in the absence of a community forum, which pre-pandemic, those were more easily done, and it's certainly something we can go back to, but now everyone uses YouTube, other social media platforms
Live
to
chat.
kind of hold forums.
Right.
And so this was part of our experiment in doing that. We continue to do and publish podcasts. So as I mentioned earlier, we have 100 now. The 101st was recorded this morning with the Roane County Health Department, one of their staff. So it's neat to hear all the things that she has going on. But we'd love to hear from you. What would you like for us to talk about? So whether you watch it now or in the future, please put in the comments section suggestions for future episodes. We'd love to meet your need.
Do we want to put maybe in the chat a connect where folks can send comments to us or connect to us too, if they have future topics that they would like us to discuss? Don't we have a
Yes. In the program description, again, once this is published, because it'll be archived.
You can do it on, okay, very
Yeah,
good.
I'll add that, and that'll give you a couple different ways to.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, please hit us up. Let us know what you want to talk about. It doesn't matter what it is. We can be helpful to you. So.
Well, on what has been a rainy week, it's a fitting conclusion to see the sun begin to shine on the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. Nathan Zeiger, I appreciate you co-hosting this.
Hey.
We did it.
We did it. Good stuff.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
For coming. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and take good care of yourself, folks. We look